Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your Mercury and Libra transit talk. This is as a peace stealer. We are going to break down this Mercury transit in Libra over the next couple of weeks and explain to you how this will be unlocking super powered brain activity within your own noggin. It's important to understand that we do this process every year, but relative to the nodal influence, this represents every 10 and 20 years another layer of power being unlocked. We can make sense of that by thinking of everything that's been culturally relevant in your life since the last 9 years, and you're just updating your lexicon. That's it. 6 months ago, Mercury moves really fast and it was retrograding in Aries. All right. This is where we were reevaluating who we think ourselves to be because we were off the heels of activating this evolution and we were on one, literally. And now, 6 months later, we are harvesting this idea of who we are through the full expression of it towards other people. This is it. It's the playoffs. You're no longer thinking I'm a track meet. You're running the track meet. Let's go. So, one thing we want to keep in mind is that as of now, the sun has just made a 0-degree conjunction with the sun. Your brain has activated power. The power of your brain activity is now aligning your processing of experiences or what you're doing. Because in Libra, it's processing the classic nature of your actions. Everything you're doing constituting interpersonal relationships, whether intrapersonally with yourself or interpersonally with others, your brain is logging. Okay, we're coming off of a retrograde that we had earlier, all right? If we had Mercury retrograde in Leo as well. And this was our brain going behind our consciousness like a bird that you took behind you to reevaluate what you were aware of. Then the bird was like, caw, caw, and reanalyze the facts, because before you had analyzed that, oh wow, I just jumped like 60,000 feet, and now the bird is like caw, caw, and it's analyzing, yo, this 60,000 feet is a new record. No one's achieved this before. So now the bird has reached back to your consciousness and it's ready to talk shit. It's ready to go ahead and like, new record, bitches, new record, bitch. I told you so. You said I couldn't do. So like, this is unprecedented. We're activating the I told you so tour with such a magnificent alignment, especially with such proximity to the South Node. This is going to feel like you're really getting moving here. And this is all towards breaking through your brain in order to handle the supernatural nature and quality of power that will be coursing through you over the next 20 years as you get integrated into an advanced and intelligent society that makes way for the new age of the gods. And in about like 40 to 60 years from now, where we will probably have several alien invasions, several world wars. And hey, you're going to make it through each stage of these Hunger Games, literally. Now, this gets even crazier. Because now that we're at the second decan of Libra, the first 10 degrees of Mercury catching up to the sun and activating was getting everything in place. This is the central understanding, consciousness, and brain. Your brain, Mercury, links the trinity. And that's where I want to go more into what I mentioned in the new moon. There's the big three of your astrology, which is your rising, your moon, and your sun. But then there's the trinity. The real trinity of your astrology is Moon, Mercury, Sun, specifically in that order. Or you could do the inverse: Moon, Mercury, Sun. You could do the inverse solo: the Sun, Mercury, and then the Moon. But like, the Moon is your core. It's your receptivity. It's who you are behind closed doors. Close your eyes. What do you feel? That's your moon sign. Okay. Whether you feel nothing or not, what are you receiving? In order for you to make sense of what you feel, the moon goes straight to Mercury. That's you processing. Okay, I feel like $1 million right now. The Mercury now inputs that and you output that with the sun. The sun sign is your expression. I feel like $1 million. Okay, my sun is aware of what I'm seeing. What does that do? It feeds information to my Mercury. My Mercury's process. Oh, that motherfucker's talking shit. And now what do I feel? You think you can mess with me? I'm now reacting receptively to what my conscious picked up because my brain processed it. Feedback loop. Boom, boom, boom. That's the Trinity. You want to know how cold a motherfucker is? Look at their Mercury, Sun, and Moon. That's it. You'll know what they rocking with. How does their subconscious link with their brain, link with their sun? That's basics. That's 101, 201. Boom. You know that, you know too much about somebody. Boom. That's it. So to see that we're unlocking this here, the Trinity has met again with Lilith. It's the new precedent over the next 10, 20 years. And I can't emphasize enough alone the significance of your brain being able to activate and unlock conscious awareness and understanding of what you're doing to facilitate these superpowers unlocking. The 0 degree initiative of this Aries power, right? This is a Libra zodiac sign, but with the Aries signature. So we're going to segue how we teach astrology. It's important for you to know the degrees, right? So 0 to 30 is Aries. That's what Aries is. Like we're going to switch stuff up. If we had to speak in code and they outlawed astrology, we'd have to speak in code. We'd be like, hey, 120 degrees. And 120 degrees is Leo. If I said 135 degrees, 120 to 150 degrees, that's Leo. 135, I feel you. Okay, that's like 15 degrees Leo, right? So we are in the Aries signature of Libra. This is NBA Youngboy. This is NBA Youngboy. He's a Libra, but he be kind of acting reckless like Aries. That's the Aries signature, okay? So here's the thing. There's an initiative that you define who you want to be, Aries, through this social expression. And add to the fact that Libra is superpower, add to the fact that Pluto in Capricorn is awakening supernatural power, and Neptune with the yacht and Uranus is aiding to this. That's where now Mercury, through the first decan of Venus, polished everything catching up, and now we're in the second decan of Uranus. So everything moving forward from right now is innovating unconventionally how you're thinking out the box and preparing to break through this expression. This is everything you've been waiting for, pretty much. This is everything you've been preparing for. So we want to examine that. The moon's going to, of course, get ready to help you anticipate the feeling of what your brain will process. And boom, we reached one of the first checkpoints. Mercury squaring Mars. Mercury squaring Mars just wants to make sure that your emotions are not easily manipulated. Because Mars, Cancer with the blicky is very scary. When you remember that Cancer has the highest percentage of murders just by passion, not premeditated, but they got angry in the moment they murked you. Cancer with the blicky right now is not the safest. All right, unless they trust you, but then they'll kill for you. But like, just letting you know that, just be very. So Mercury is going to test the waters here. What you want to see as reference for this is at some point. Yeah, Mercury did retrograde there. At some point, do you see Mercury was conjunct? Oh, no way. Dude, that's insane. That's insane. Guys, this is based off of this conjunction, y'all. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Guys, we're breaking through the ground a 0 degree conjunction that started here at the end of the beginning of this year. So we activated this mind-body connection between our actions and brain. Now peep the game. Peepeth the game that is coming off through it here. Mercury definitely retrograded. So that means Mercury was never beyond 30 degrees. See how Mars caught up with the retrograde? And before Mars could really conjunct, Mercury dashed on its ass. Mercury hit the dash on its ass. So please understand, now this is the first time Mercury is finally breaking through. It's that 90 degree. And that's interesting because it happened in Capricorn. So the activation of this integrity, you're feeling what to do with it, and you are talking slick in the way that Libras know how to do very well. We're talking backhanded compliments and just pure finesse. So this is going to quite literally balance how you feel you want to shoot someone with a gun. And it's going to really diplomatically help you express your words. Don't worry. Right now, you're like, I don't want to shoot anyone with a gun. Wait until a couple of days. And it doesn't even have to be on some hater stuff. This 90-degree angle is breaking those seeds through the ground as the forward processing and progression of your brain is going to challenge how powerfully you maintain sincerity of emotion. It's a very powerful point that in integrating the point of power with Mars will bring, like a seed growing through the ground, more integration, mastery, and potency of you even feeling like you're unlocking superpowers. So really keep this in mind, because where is this also? It's King Kunxing Saturn. Now, the integrity of your beliefs that you possess, the integrity of your beliefs that you possess, Libra is now having you process at an active real-time brain level how you're transforming and harvesting these beliefs by actually applying them. So when it was in Virgo, you were reevaluating how it is you would do this. Well, now you're doing this. I believe that I can make people feel good when I speak to them. Now you're processing how you're making people feel good when you speak to them. Like, it's transforming what works with these beliefs. And why is that important? Because that's squaring Mars during the grand water trine. The moon is going to help you feel deeper into adjusting this potency. So don't sleep on this day. There's that King Kunx. Once you ensure this balance, boom, you're going to hit the boosters, because now Mercury is going to trine Jupiter. And in Mercury trining Jupiter, this is now going to apply this deepening of emotional control and consistency towards now how you fully apply this evolution of your vocabulary. And everything that with the moon that will be in Sagittarius, you will see what you can say, all still during activation. So this is all happening while you're activating this unlocking of your character and superpower. Mind you, you are activating and unlocking this new character and superpower. So Mercury is really giving voice to the artistic nature you present this. It's like you're debuting a new character as a performer. Let's say you're an artist, and now people are getting ready to see the new era of yourself as an artist. And so subsequently, this first week of you debuting this is going to get you used to how it is you really step into this new era, this new part of you, this new version of you, this you. All right. Now, once we get into the third decan, subruled by Gemini, Mercury, which is going to really now take this innovation that you polished during the first and second decan, and now, of course, nerd it out, or really just hyper process this. And when I say hyper process, I mean really just add more brilliance to your pool of vocabulary. We're going to, of course, now after the trine of Jupiter, Yod, Uranus, and Neptune. That Yod is going to prepare us for the square. What's that going to look like? Well, we want to see how the moon will be integrating during this period. Oh, of course. So as we begin to integrate this cycle, boom, that's where we hit the Yod. Boom, 26, 27. And the importance of this Yod is it's a power-based Yod. So the high mastery of your imagination, backed by the integrity of your beliefs, crystallizing reality warping potential, and if you know, you know, is connecting with the supernatural sensing of your physical body, your smell turning into clear smell, your sight turning into clear sight, right? It's taking this once in a lifetime generational aspect and crystallizing the pressure through which your brain processes it. Now, when we have Aries, when we have the opposite sign activated, it's just further reinforcement. So Chiron is harvesting this key that you activated in Aries. This is all coinciding with Mars. This is all superpower activation and love. But we want to look towards the crystallization of the masterminded processing being within the height of conflict or pressure, and you being able to fulfill success and break through. This is the first leg of the I Told You So tour. That brings us, of course, past the 29-degree square, and you begin to complete this. So there's so much that has occurred beneath your consciousness that's just going to break through. You're going to start to see this through other people. And just remember, you worked for it. I am doing live readings. If any of you want a live reading, if you want to know how this is going to influence your chart, you can email me your chart. The instructions are down below. And yes, I only do these live. Please make sure you don't send these after I'm live. If it's the first time you do that, no problem. But yes, breakthrough is a major theme here. So basically, you've become aware that you have a next level inversion to yourself. So how are you going to think like that? That's what this is doing. That's what this Mercury and Libra transit is unlocking. The potency of your brain activity is going to now open space for deeper transformation of it. That's going to be Mercury and Scorpio, which will prepare your brain to ascend quite literally to higher levels. That's going to be Mercury and Sagittarius. Mercury and Scorpio is going to be opposite Uranus, innovate the fuck out of your brain. And then Mercury and Gemini is going to be opposite, let's see, Mercury and Sagittarius is going to be opposite Jupiter. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the instructions there. My bad. Oh, sweet brother. Okay. So, last thing I want to say is basically, now that we are activating over the next 3 months, the first wave, like 2024 is the first year out of a 20-year arc that you're going to be awakening the supernatural. So this is personally what's going to, not at the moment, sir. Thank you for asking. This is personally what's going to now have you prepare to experience the reaping of what you've sowed. Okay, that's the really most important part of this. And in reaping what you've sowed, it puts you in a position to very powerfully direct where it is you take this. You will review this by the end of the year. I'm basically trying to say this is it, guys. This is it. This is where you're going to experience it. This is where it's going to activate. This is where it's going to tie in a Libra fashion. So you'll see the plot power in it. This is where you're connecting with how to communicate with those who are attached to this, connected to this. So I would really just have as much fun with this as you can. You're unlocking this relative to the perceived and latent improvement of your interpersonal relationship skills. So the way you communicate with people, the way you take action towards people is really going to reflect this. And, you know, you did this activation and declaration with us. So congratulations in advance. I think you have a lot to look forward to. All you need to do is just move forward as the person and think as the person who you've unlocked, this new character. And the rest will be done. Why? Because you did it already. You did it from April. You did it May. You did it June, you did it July, you did it August, you integrated it September. Now we're in October. I told you so, Tor. Let's get it, gang. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time.